Today we're going against Thunderball. It's 8:30 a.m. at the moment, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm a bit quiet. I'm afraid. Oh. Now that is interesting. What if I lead like this? Am I owned if I do that? I don't think so, right? Well, if you leave like arrow, then that's a little problematic, right? Because presumably it's sash. I have to figure something out pretty quick. Fuck. This is probably the wrong move. I think I need Meganium. But I timed out and I was... I don't think this is right. Yeah, tracks. Getting the Intimidate down is really nice. Excellent. These are excellent nicknames, by the way. Shout out Thunderball. The problem is that, yeah, I knew Diggersby was an issue. The problem is that all of my Pokemon are weak to ground. I would Rock Slide, and then... What if I just Wide Guard? Because presumably it's Earthquake, right? I would think. A flinch could really bail me here. Maybe double connect, that's handy. And there it is. And we love to see it happen. That is very, very helpful. If Rock Slide takes out Arrow, I'm willing to... Because he knows that I'm Scarf now. I'm willing to just do this. I'm down to... It's a bummer, but it's also fine. We've got quite a bit of defense investment on Glade here. That's so good for us. I mean, that's Rock Slide, right? Like, it's it's definitely a bummer for my opponent. I definitely got, like, super bailed here. But that's the way the news goes. Leaf Blade should do good damage here, especially sharpness boosted. Slowbro is not going to die on account of its Slowbro. It's the bulkiest Pokemon of all time. Yeah, next game, we're gonna have to come up with a plan that does not rely so much on flinching. If I had not gotten one or both of those flinches, we would be in a much, much worse spot right now. We hit the more important target, for sure. If he wants to set Trick Room, he can certainly do so, if he would like. This is going to be good damage. Yeah, that's what I like to see. It's just going to be a Scald. Okay, that's fine. No burn. Okay, the RNG has definitely been very on our side this game. I would just rip it like this. The lead is so big thanks to those flinches we got in a couple of opening turns that even if something goes a little wrong this turn, I think it's fine. Like, worst case scenario, it's okay. Worst case, okay, it's gonna be Scald into Arcanine, which is fine. That's good damage. He also might go for, like, a recovery move. Yeah, that's what I figured. Because he knows that Scarf Rock Slide is a big, big threat to Weavile. Wait a minute. Where's the Sash? Presumably it's Arrow, right? I think I would like to find that out. He went for Protect and not Fake Out, and he knows that I'm Scarf, so maybe he doesn't have it. Maybe it's like double stab fighting move? That would be problematic, certainly. Let's just go Drill here. Considering how much defensive investment I have in Glade, I'm not convinced that Weavile can kill me here. Triple Axle is probably gonna do it, right? I don't know. It depends on his item. Usually Weavile is Sash, but I don't think that this one is. So I don't really know what kind of damage output to expect from it, because it could technically be Life Orb, right? I don't know, I'm not sure. Here's the Protect from us. Please attack and X Control, please. That's not gonna do it. Okay, yeah, he was. I think in this position, considering how lucky I got early on, he has to attempt to make a read. He wants to read a Tyranitar switch in there, which is a good move. He can only KO one Pokemon. We should have this locked up from here. And we also should find out if this is Sash. Here's Low Kick. Yeah, fair. Low-key kind of condescending of the game to give him that crit. Yeah, so the Sash is going to be on Arrow then. Okay, we got extremely lucky this game. I think without either of those flinches, the position that we find ourselves in looks much, much worse. So I'm going to have to lead a lot smarter. Scarf Rock Slide turbo bailed me that game. I would be extremely frustrated if I was on the other side of that. Because he outled me pretty bad. And Diggersby looked very, very good for him there. I would like to lead... What if I lead like this? And then I go like Tyranitar Excadrill again? I think this is probably fine, right? Although, being able to get an Intimidate down with Arcanine would be really, really handy. I think it's just this. And if it's wrong, then we can adjust in game 3. But I think being up a game means I can be a little more... Yeah, because he knows that if I don't get super, super lucky, this lead is really, really good. So, here's where it gets interesting. He knows that Diggersby is a huge threat to my team, and I currently am threatening to KO it. But he also doesn't want to lose the Sash, so I wonder if... I mean, maybe he just double protects, right? I think I would like to run it like this. In a perfect world, he protects with either. Realistically, I think it's most likely that he will protect with both. Because I can't really punish a double protect play from him either. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, he wants to keep his Sash intact. Yeah, that's fair. I have no way of punishing this play, so that's very, very good for him. If Tailwind goes up, is it fine? I think so, right? Because it's not like I'm really super looking to outspeed him here anyway. I just want to be very bulky. And I think he knows that. He might double into Meganium here, which would be problematic. I think this is fine. Because if he doubles into Meganium, then we're in really good shape. If he does this, then I think it's still fine, no? Holy... Okay. Thank God. I mean, what am I supposed to do about that, right? Good grief. So, I think out of all of my Pokemon that might take a big hit here if he gets a big read-off, I think he's too good at the game to just... I think he's gonna expect Meganium to switch here, and for that reason I'm not going to. And if he gets the read right, then it's fine. Okay, we live this. Show me a ground move. Huge. Okay, that is very, very good for us. Yeah, he's... Okay, it is Life Orb. That's good to know. Yeah, he's covering for a switch or not a switch, but my Meganium is really, really bulky. So this is going to be the end of Diggersby. I don't know if the burn mattered there. I think I still would have ended up living that. Because I was at 40 health and I ended up with like 20-something. So I definitely would have taken more damage, but I still don't think I would have died. I think... I could buy another turn. I'm not super attached to... Oh, yeah. I'm not super attached to Meganium living long-term here. But... if I could buy another turn for Singapore to do some stuff, that could be handy. Okay, cool. Yeah, he got me. So I could have just gone for clean. It's fine though. He knows that I'm citrus, which is also fine. How many turns of Tailwind does he have left? 1. Okay. So I bring in Excadrill here. So know that Weavile is not to Focus Sash. I should have gleamed with Meganium last turn. That's fine. It's fine. Ripping a fat Rock Slide here would be tight. I would Gleam. Because Meganium can't protect itself, so presumably at least one attack is going into that slot. I'm not convinced that Weavile picks up a KO into Excadrill on its own here. Even with low kick or like triple axle potentially. Yeah, that's going to be the end of Meganium, that's fine. I don't think this kills. I was right. Excellent. Okay, Ironhead is going to take out Weavile. That's very helpful. What is the last Mon here? Tailwind goes away, which is very, very good. Right. I knew that. So, it's gonna be knockoff here, and Ironhead here. Aerodactyl probably protects, but he also doesn't really, like, need to keep it alive, right? Like, Tailwind does not help Slowbro outspeed anything. And if he takes a turn to set it up, then I just kill it, right? Knockoff does not get the power boost into Pokemon with a Mega Stone. And also, Slowbro is the weakest Pokemon of all time. So this knockoff is 100% not going to kill. But it should do good damage. Yeah, he doesn't need Arrow to stay alive. It doesn't really do anything for him from this range. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Excadrill can't pick up the KO from this range. Like, it's strong, don't get it twisted, but it is not strong enough to do 60% to Mega Slowbro with a neutral hit. Okay, so we are gonna go to game 3 then. God, Mega Slowbro is good. I'm convinced. Okay. Cool. So... I have to have Glade then, right? Because with Body Press, I just... Or, I think, actually, I what is probably actually true is that I need to keep Meganium alive. Oh, there are 2 other people in here? Cool. Fuck me. Okay, I have to have Meganium in the late game, or I am gonna get washed by Slowbro. My team is very physical, and so if I don't have that, then it is bad. What if... Am I gonna not bring Tyranitar and Excadrill? They seem really good here, but also they seem really bad. Is that crazy to say? If I lead like this again... This is the most insane thing that I've ever done. I don't think that this is... Actually, I was gonna say I don't think that this is right, but actually I do think that this is right. I have... and I have to make my card transplant. Oh, excellent. Stripes is higher. Okay, that's good. Okay, now you're... White herb. Okay, that makes sense. Now you're speaking my language. Sacred Sword here, Rock Slide. Shout out Rock Slide. Yeah, he knows that, yeah, it doesn't have Fake Out. Absolutely, for sure it doesn't. Is that a crit or a high roll? Just a high roll, heard. Okay. Yeah, he knows that I was trying to outlead Daresby because it's so good into my team. Surely it's like dual wing beat here, right? But surely, well, Weavile might not have like a great move for Arcanine here. I go for Sacred Sword here again. Because I always live a dual wing beat. And then, what if I go Simipour? Yeah, especially with Arcanine. Especially with Aerodactyl at -1. This never kills. I think he would have needed to double crit me to pick up that KO. He goes for knock. Bummer. Okay, Sacred Sword, good. This fucking guy, dude. I'm gonna get an Intimidate down, probably at the cost of my Arcanine. Well, I think I just lose from here, right? I would Fake Out here, is the truth. I think he's probably going to double protect again, but I think the reposition here is beneficial for me. Especially if I get it for free. Which I do. Okay, cool. Diggersby. I would bring Gallade back in. I think that this is last turn of Tailwind. So I actually do think that I want Simipour to go down here, so that Arcanine can sort of have free reign next turn. That's not what we wanted to dodge there, but it's fine. I still don't think it would have killed, is the truth. Okay, this should pick up a double KO. Which isn't, like, the greatest situation in the world, but it's probably fine. That crit did not matter. Yeah, it's giving him some RNG that isn't mattering, which feels a little disrespectful. Tailwind is gone, which is extremely good. We get another Intimidate down. So Arrow's -3, Diggersby is -2. I would like to close combat into Diggersby. Presumably it's fast and strong. Well, here's the problem. If he goes for, like, Protect and Tailwind, then I'm in trouble, right? Shit. It's so hard, man. It's so hard. Because if I lock into Rock Slide, then I'm also... it has to be this. I think he's going to Protect and Tailwind. And I'm not going to Mega Evolve, actually. Okay, hang on. Hang on, because now we're in business. Okay, he doesn't Protect. Kill. Okay, very, very good. That is really, really good. I think I should win off of that. Because Close Combat will kill Arrow this turn, and then Solar Beam... I don't know if Solar Beam takes out Slowbro. Considering he's Body Press, I would suspect that he's more physically defensive, but he's definitely at least max HP, right? If Solar Beam doesn't kill, and he protects Aerodactyl, then I could be in trouble. If that happens, the next turn it's just Dazzling Gleam and cross my fingers. It's gonna be Protect from Aerodactyl. Yeah. There's no reason to close combat into Slowbro. Either Solar Beam kills, or it's not gonna do enough for close combat to pick up. Okay, awesome. Thank you, McGinney. That's gonna be the game. I think the MVP has to be Arcanine, right? Though the Rock Slide flinches in Game 1 genuinely were the reason I was able to win this set. I think if I don't get those flinches, I lose this set too. And that's the God's honest truth. Because I think Game 2 goes exactly the same, whether I win or lose Game 1. Really well played and well prepped at Thunderball. Like I just said, I got super bailed in Game 1. So, my bad on that one, big dog. So we're 1-1. I feel good about how I adapted for Game 3. Considering the trades I made, felt like I was counter-teaming Thunderball specifically. Um, the fact that he prepped and played in a way that I should have lost, um, yeah, really, really well played by him. I'm going to pack it up. I'm going to go back to sleep. It is very, very early for me, and I'm not used to waking up this early. So, oh my god, I had to stay up extra late last night trying to figure out champions because my membership expired. I have no money, and so I only have 100 box space and walled off a bunch of my Pokemon, and I had to figure out how to get them to be usable again. So that took a while, but anyway, yeah. Well played and well prepped to Thunderball, seriously. Sorry that I cheesed you with Rock Slide. And I will see you guys next week. I'm not sure who we're playing, but I'm sure that they are a formidable opponent. Goodbye. Oh, and I right-clicked instead of left-clicked. Okay, goodbye for real.